course, when you're making a film, the sport somewhere should recede, and the drama of the story should, come to the forefront. Uh, that was a important thing for me even during Lagaan. I have been a great admirer of Rajiv ji right from his Ram Teri Ganga Maili days and Ek Jaane Hum. And it was unfortunate that after that, he did not get more opportunities, and there was a long gap.
Working with Sanjay Dutt sir has been a dream. As a child, I used to sketch a lot. The first Hindi cinema actor I had actually sketched was Sanjay Dutt, and he happens to be in my first film.
Koimoi.com.
I am Ashutosh Gowariker,
I'm Mridul,
and you're watching us on Koimoi.com.
Koimoi.com.
Hello and welcome to Koimoi. This is Shubham Kulkarni, and today in conversation with me are two prolific filmmakers, one of whom has represented India at the Oscars literally 2 decades ago, 20 years. Welcome to Koimoi, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, first of all, Toolsidas Jr., it honors a legacy of a man who's from a family that has changed Indian cinema in a way, at a point. Tell me, what motivates you guys to make a film based on a sport that's so niche? And with him.
The sports part I'll
Okay.
talk about. Of course, the story, the heart of the story is a child, a 13-year-old boy, doing it for his father.
Yes.
It just happens to be snooker. Snooker is the sport that happens in the film. The father has been a champion, and he loses, and the son takes on the mantle on his own to fight against all odds and whatever it takes, to get the glory back for his father. Now, snooker, of course, one very exciting factor was that it's never been done in cinema.
Yes.
And it's the first snooker film coming from India. So that was a great plus point. And it's more of a backdrop, to tell the father-son story and to tell the motivational tale of a son doing it for his father.
That's so sweet. For you, sir?
For me, sports has been it's one of my favorite genres. I love watching sports films. And I think through sports, you're able to give a lot of life lessons. You're able to, motivate the young and the old alike. Because even in retrospective, when people look at a life lesson and look at it in a fresh way, they tend to think, oh my God, this is something that I knew, but now I've left it behind. And sports as a genre gives you that kind of advantage to do. And of course, when you're making a film, the sport somewhere should recede, and the drama of the story should, come to the forefront. That was a important thing for me even during Lagaan. So when Mridul came up with this story, I got attracted because of these qualities. That it is a family drama, and it's also about sport. And it happens to be snooker. And snooker is a very tough sport to actually show on screen. How do you make it interesting?
Exactly. That was my first thought when I read the summary.
Yeah. So I thought that this will be a interesting viewing experience for this kind of a story idea. And since the plot was new, it was important to cast someone fresh. The entire family needs to look like a family that we have not seen before. And I have been a great admirer of Rajiv ji right from his Ram Teri Ganga Maili days and Ek Jaane Hum. And it was unfortunate that after that, he did not get more opportunities, and there was a long gap. And when this story came my way, I thought, why not have him to play the father? And then once I, discussed this with Mridul, Mridul also jumped at the idea. And that's how, thankfully, he consented. And then to bring in Sanjay, of course, to play, Sanjay's presence is so overpowering that him just being in the scene with Meedy and Goti, with his 2 kids, all his scenes are mainly with Meedy. There is a certain aspect of a cool quotient that he brings to the part. His character name is Muhammad Salam. and he is the one who coaches Midi in learning the game. So it became a nice combination for us to have Rajiv and Sanjay.
Definitely, definitely. Sanjay Dutt looks so different in this one.
Yeah.
I have to say that. But talk to me about the fondest memories while making this film. You as a producer, you as a filmmaker, tell me.
See, the entire experience has been a great memory, because when you strive for to make one film, and it takes the longest time to get on board,
Yes.
to get just the right producer for the film and get the right actors. Then it just memories, and it's full of it's been a great experience doing the film. In terms of fondness, of course, working with Sanjay Dutt sir has been a dream. Um, as a child, I used to sketch a lot. The first Hindi cinema actor I had actually sketched was Sanjay Dutt, and he happens to be in my first film, so it's an honor, to say the least. And it's full of great memories. And working with children is beautiful. It's a beautiful experience, because they are absolutely raw, and they are in your hands, and you can mold them whichever way. Of course, that has the risk of making it, it could go wrong also.
Yes.
But then, just the whole experience of directing these two children was very special, because it gave me the freedom and the power to mold them according to their characters. That was a great experience.